Oh no, Robo.
Hey everybody, Chapter 3 of Gods Will Be Watching. Gonna try and give you guys a walkthrough. I recorded this earlier today and I got through successfully, but it took a long time. It took about 40 minutes for me to get through this. So what I want to do is I want to try and cut that time maybe down in half. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. See what we can do. So first you want to delegate tasks out to everyone. Put Brandon on the power lines, put Donald on the defibrillator. You want to put the muscle on the digging. That's going to be Jack, Burden, and Marvin. And look at good old Jack glitching out. I think he's glitching because he died in the last level. I don't know. He needs to be digging too. And what you want to do with the scientists, Sarah and the doctor, is put them on researching an antidote. And the antidote you want to choose is going to be an unstable antidote. And the compounds are random, so really whatever you pick the first time, you might get lucky and get a good guess, but there's really no telling what the combination might be. So you just want to put both scientists on creating that antidote, and let's just move forward. So nothing's gonna happen. Let's move the clock forward 30 minutes again. You have about a total of 55 moves. Each move is 30 minutes or so. And that's plenty of time to get it done, but the trick is to get the antidote. That's the tricky part because it's time consuming and you kind of have to play a guessing game. Now that it's complete, we're going to use Donald. We're going to inject Donald with this thing. And the reason why we're going to use Donald is because he has the highest body mass. I'm not sure if you guys have played this level yet and you've kind of played around with some of the ask questions. Then you can ask, I think, Sarah what the body mass index means. And basically the person with the highest body mass index, which would be Donald, he's the fatty. That is the person who is the most resistant to the antidote. So then the scientists, you need to delegate jobs to them too. They might as well be making sedatives. We'll need those a little bit later. Or when you get into this situation where something's barely not finished, you want to go ahead and switch one of your scientists over to making an adrenaline shot, because those will also come in handy. Brandon, he can stay on there until you get to about 8 or 9. I'm going to go ahead and put him on the dig so he doesn't use all of his power up on this. We don't want him to get caught in these lines too long, because then he'll crash and burn. He'll explode or something. That's what happened to me in the last playthrough. And everybody's going to pretty much indicate what's going on. Everybody tells you when they're completed with stuff. Everybody tells you when they're tired. Everybody tells you when they're rested. Now that old Donald's waking up, we can analyze his blood. And you want to get out your pen and pencil because you're going to need to write this down so that you can use kind of a process of elimination to help you discover the good cure. So we know we need B. This tells us that we need B, but it's not in the right spot. We do not need L, but we do need D, which is also in the wrong spot. I think I said B's in the wrong spot. So we want to get back on an antidote, and we want to make it unstable again. And the reason why I choose unstable is because no one has ever died when I've used an unstable antidote. If you go any higher than that, you risk someone actually dying. So we know we need B, we know we need D, we know we do not need L. So what I want to do is I want to put A and I want to put O in there, and then I'll put B at the end just to see if that's the right spot for it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm not sure if I need A or O, and this is going to tell me if I need A or O. So let's put Donald back on the defib just in case we need it later and get everybody doing some more work. Good old doctor needs a defib, and then he can get back to work. And I'm gonna stop talking a lot just because I want to stay focused on keeping these guys working as hard as I can. One of the things that's happened to me in the past is I was so focused on talking and telling you guys how to do stuff that somebody accidentally died, or Brandon got caught in the wires and I just wasn't thinking, or the battery died. All kinds of things can happen in this game that is very cool. It's great how they set it up, but you really have to pay a lot of attention. And basically you want to keep everybody working until they actually indicate to you that they're tired. And they will tell you when they're tired. Whoops. So maybe I got lucky and I got several things in the right place. I got lucky one time on my first try. So we know we need O and B. So that means that we need D in the first spot. So now what we want to do, since we know exactly what we need, we can bump it up to a lethal dose. And that's only going to take one attempt to get to. So make sure you're clicking the right stuff. D, O, B. And that's going to pretty much be finished in one go. It should be, at least. And then we want to put him on the dig. So it's almost ready. We'll do it one more time. If I had both people on it, then that'd be cool. One person over here is tired, so we'll need to double check on them too. So we'll put Donald back here, and then we'll check with Brandon. He can tell us with request information everybody's performance. So Sergeant, he is really tired, so what we want to do so he can sleep real quick is give him a sedative. That's going to allow him to sleep quicker, or nap quicker. I guess they're really not going to sleep. It's only 30-minute intervals. And it takes Donald three moves to wake up. So he's gonna wake up this next time. We can take Sarah off of this and have her analyze his blood, get Sergeant digging again. We'll let Marvin take a break, and then good old Jack probably ought to take a sedative. And actually, we need to make sure we're always keeping track of this battery too, so we're going to probably put Brandon back on the thingy. Because we're going to have to make the next antidote. So there we go, we got the first antidote. That really excited me the first time I played, and then I found out I had to have a second antidote. So we want to go unstable again. We just want to make a random selection. The second one is in no way, shape, or form related to the first one, so it really doesn't matter what you guess. And be sure to, as quickly as you can, put both scientists on this antidote research. Now we want to make sure Brandon doesn't reach the 0% mark. So always, you can talk to him, get an idea how everybody's doing. He's at 30%, so we'll want to do this maybe one more time with him on. Then we're going to want him to rest and have Donald repair him. Then we can put Marvin back on the dig. Jack is still resting, I guess. Yeah, see, he tells you when he's ready to go back to work. Even if I can just beat this and cut it down by 10 minutes, I'll be happy. Because 40 minutes was just, I mean, it wasn't necessarily boring, but 40 minutes is a long video. Especially for a walkthrough. So Brandon's probably ready to go back to work. But we'll double check and see how everybody's doing. Yeah, so Brandon's at 94, that's great. Sarah's at 19%, so she probably needs to take a little rest. But I really want this to finish, so... we'll let you rest now, Sarah. And we'll let you take a sedative too. So the sedatives allow them to regain their strength faster, and the adrenaline shots allow them to work harder on the dig site. I'm not sure if the adrenaline things work for the scientists or not. That's actually a good question. That could maybe speed up research. I've never tested that before. If you guys know, please comment, let me know if that's the case. That may be something I want to test or play around with later on down the line. So we got our antidote. This is really just our test run. Let's put Marvin back on the dig site. Let her keep resting. Get him on another sedative. The adrenaline shots are going to come into play later on, when really what we need to do is focus on digging. Whoops. We can cross our fingers that maybe I got some of these things right. So we know we need B, we need A, we got O in the right spot, and we do not need D. So we actually need D instead of L. We need L instead of D, sorry. And this is going to be different for you guys. The antidote is random, and the second antidote is also random. So we know we need B, and we need A, and we've got O in the right place. That means we need L. So why don't we go with a B, L, O, A. B, L, O, A. And we will get both scientists working on this. And we'll get Donald back on the dig. Let's see how quickly we can get this knocked out. Everybody over there is tired, but I'm going to let them go one more 30. So we know Marvin needs a rest. And we'll talk to Brandon, see if he needs a rest, or let's see. The sergeant needs a rest. And Brandon needs to get back over to the power lines, just in case. We're pretty close to having the wall broken. Donald is super tired. Brandon's okay. We will start making a couple of adrenalines just in case. So 1, and then a 2, and then a 3. Did we get lucky is the question. So A in the last spot, O in the second to last spot, and we need to switch L and B. So we need to make sure that we get this right. This is the last one. We can go lethal. Then we can go L, B, O, and A. And that should do it. Go ahead and put him back on research. Shouldn't take more than one go. I got some tired boys over there. So who's tired? Jack is tired and the doctor is close to being tired. So we'll give Jack a rest. We'll give him a sedative. And actually what we can do, since we're getting close, is we can give the sergeant an adrenaline boost. And we can give our doggy an adrenaline boost too. We're almost done here. We don't want to waste too much power, but what we will do is we'll do one more adrenaline boost just in case we need it. And we'll give the doctor some rest. And we'll put Brand on just for the sake of keeping this going. And we want to go ahead and check this thing, so we're going to have to waste this adrenaline shot. Actually, I didn't have to waste it. I had another scientist right there. That's funny. And there you go, we have found the antidote. Now all we have to do is get ourselves out of this cave. So everybody should be digging. I just want to double check with Brandon. So we're getting close. People will start to get tired right here, I believe. But we're gonna get through it. Wow, and I cut my time down significantly. Went from 40 minutes down to about 25 minutes. It might go 26 just because I'm going to talk a little bit more. Oh, we got to put Brandon on the thingy. Connect him to those power lines, otherwise the battery's going to go dead. Wow. I really about messed up right there, didn't I? Wow, it's taken them a long time to dig this out. Maybe I've never done it this fast. It seems like it's taken way longer to dig. Okay, so Marvin needs to get off of there. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna do it. Please, please, please. Yes. Everybody survived. We did it in about 26 minutes. Wow, this is amazing. I did this one time. It took me about close to 30 minutes to do it the last time. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, feel free to subscribe. I will be releasing the chapter 4, 5, and 6 walkthroughs as soon as I get them done. If you need help with the first couple of chapters, or you want to get some different achievements, then my walkthroughs might help you with that. I know the first one in particular, you get a lot of different achievements just for doing it the way that I did in chapter 1. So check those videos out too. I'll have I think I'll probably put a little graphic up right now. But we did it. Thanks for watching and tuning in, and we'll see you next chapter.